All right, so this is another resource that we use here. It's called CarAndTruckRemotes.com. So they are one of our wholesalers. This is probably 80% of the keys. When we do order them, we actually order from CarAndTruckRemotes.com. Where we get our inventory for ILCO supplies, we use a different site, but this is actually a great resource to also figure out what type of key your customer has, even after going through the other options that you have at your disposal. So like the disposal. So you have the Auto Smart Book, you have the dealers where you call the parts department, and then you can also check the VIN number, and then also the transponder detector. That gives you more information. But this is actually a place that's really good. Let's say even if you're not ordering a key, but you want to find out information about a car. So this is a great place to go to as well. So I basically just look it up, a year 2011 Honda, and I'm looking up a Honda CRZ. So I search and it's going to populate the key for this car. So here we have several options. We have our, this is an OEM key. If you notice this little Honda symbol, this is the price for an OEM key. This one's a refurbished key. This is a key. This is actually from ILCO. So we carry these type of keys. So in this instance, this helps us to also figure out what type of key the customer has. With CRZs, it's really only the key with the lock and unlock. If you have another type of vehicle, it'll have a bunch of other options, and this helps you see what's available, but it doesn't help you decide which key to pick. You're either going to know that by looking at your customer's key. If they don't have a key and they just have a car key with a chip in it, but they want the key combo, that's when you have to call like the parts department to be able to figure out what remote it is. But in this instance, let's say you look up the ILCO lookalike keys. We don't have it in stock, or let's say ILCO doesn't make that. This is where you go to next. And most of the times you're going to be purchasing an OEM key. So here, the 2011 Honda CRZ, this is the one that you're going to be purchasing. And then in another section, I'll explain how we quote our prices and also how we come up with our prices for our remotes. But remember, CarAndTruckRemotes.com is a great resource to look up what type of keys are available for a customer's vehicle. But it's also a place where we order most of our keys as well if we don't have the ILCO ones in stock. So that's it. That's CarAndTruckRemotes.com. You can pull up a bunch of different types of keys, and it really helps you narrow down what type of key it is. And yeah, we just place our order. And once we do that, usually it takes about 4 to 5 business days to ship. Most customers are okay with that. Most of the times you don't want a sale to slip away, so you want to have stuff in stock. But having OEM keys in stock is very expensive just because there's so many different keys for different vehicles. And ILCO actually helps narrow down the amount of keys because they have the technology that combines multiple types of keys, like a Honda key, a Honda Accord, and a Honda CRZ. They would actually overlap and it'll be the same key. That's just like an example. I don't know if that's actually the case, but there are scenarios where it's like that, and that's how they narrowed down the amount of SKU that you have. And so this is why we don't carry the OEM ones. We might carry some OEM in the future. The most popular ones, an area demographic, every demographic and area tends to be different as far as what are the most popular keys. In this area, where our location is, we tend to have a lot of Hondas, Honda Accord, Honda Civic, Toyota Camrys. We have a lot of trucks as well. So like the Chevy or the Ford F-150, I think it's the Silverado, the Chevy Silverado. So we have a lot of those type of vehicles, and those are some keys that we can keep in stock. But for the ones that we don't have in stock, after looking up ILCO is the first place we go to because those are the ones we have in stock. and also the margins tend to be better. Not the margins. The price point is actually better for the customers. We make the same amount regardless if it's an aftermarket or an OEM. So first place you look is Ilco. Then the second place you look for the key is CarAndTruckRemotes.com. You basically place the order, let the customer know that it'll come in roughly around 4 to 5 business days, um, and that's how you do it. Okay, so we'll move on to another site that we use quite often, probably second to Car and Truck Remotes, if they don't have it here. And we'll show that in the next section.